soon. I thought that I would surprise her and make her a little bit of Korean barbecue. I've got everything already set up, all the banchan, the sides, and I've got the meat ready, and I'm going to be putting it on the grill here in just a sec. One of the things that you really need for barbecue has nothing to do with the barbecue, but it all has to do with the wine, so make sure you have a drink. And then you need fire. Okay, so I bought one of these grill plates from E-Mart, and it was about 25 bucks. You can get some really nice ones for about $30, $35. But these really make it easy to cook a lot of stuff without having to worry about the grease, because they have these little spigots in here, if you need them, where it will let the grease run down, and then it just saves on some of the fat. Okay, so pretty much you just have to start off with throwing your meat in. You can use a lot of different meats for Korean barbecue, but pork is a very popular one. It's not as expensive as beef here. And then you're just going to have to let that cook for a bit. So while we are doing that, I'm going to start off by setting up some of the banchan. Now banchan is sides in Korean. So whenever you go to a Korean restaurant, they usually always have sides of a bunch of different little pickled items. So we're going to have some pickled peppers. Say that 10 times fast. Pickled pepper, pickled pepper, pickled. It doesn't work. But yeah, you just get a handful. Amanda doesn't eat a lot of these, so that's mainly for myself. We got pickled garlic here, which I eat a lot of minced garlic in the States, but never pickled whole garlic cloves. And these are just delicious. And you can cut them up, you can throw them on the grill if you want. I like to just eat them as a side myself. Then we got some daejeon. This is a pickled daejeon. It's also considered a mul kimchi, which mul is water, so it's a water kimchi. And it's very delicious to put in the lettuce leaf wraps. So we eat a lot of this, so I usually throw a pretty big stack in. And we just got these new little dishes. These guys are just little tiny bowls. They work perfect for banchan. And then I already, of course, have the kimchi in there. This is Oma, or Mom's, special kimchi that she made us while we were in Seoul staying with them a couple months ago. It keeps for a long time, and we've just been eating it like crazy. She gave us a huge jar of it, and we're getting close to being out. So we'll have to go groveling back to her feet and make us some more. Help her make some more, because we actually helped with that batch the last time. And then these are spring onions that are shaved. And Amanda actually likes these cooked. So we will end up cooking these on the grill after we get some of the pork cooked. And there's a little bit more room on the grill. Okay, so let's check out the meat. This is doing its thing wonderfully. Oh yeah, that's cooking real good. Now another very important part of the experience is getting yourself some lettuce wraps. So this is what you're going to put all this fun stuff in. So these are already cleaned and washed. And we've got a couple different types of lettuce in here. We also do have some perilla as well. Perilla have a very interesting flavor. I actually didn't like it at first, but the more I ate it, it's really delicious. It's got this weird tangy, I can't even explain it. But you can get it as pickled, or you can get it just regularly in States. It's very hard to find. You have to find it at an Asian market, and even then it's hard to find. But yeah, so you've got all that ready. I'm going to take some of this to the table. Okay, so this is cooking along pretty nicely. Now it's time to cut it up. So you cut it up into little tiny pieces. This is going to do a couple things. One, it's going to make it so it cooks faster, and also so you can have little mouth-sized pieces. As you can see, this doesn't fit exactly square on my stovetop, so it wiggles a little bit. So I finished up. Amanda got home just a little bit ago. She already got in her comfies. So we're just going to start eating. So yeah, so pretty much what you want to do, and you may have already seen our video at the Korean barbecue restaurant. So I kind of basically showed you how to do it. But we're just making a lettuce wrap. So pretty much just get chopsticks. You need to have some utensils. And then you just put all your favorite stuff. I pretty much do a combination of everything. Some rice, some sauce. You gotta get the meat in there, or drop it on the counter or table.
I love this food because after such a long day at work, it's so nice to just have a great healthy meal. We're trying to incorporate more raw foods into our diet because living in the States, we're so accustomed to eating fast food. And I don't like to admit that, but it's basically everywhere. And so we're trying to be healthier. But it's so tasty at the same time. It's not like I'm missing out on anything.
Yeah. And it's more about the experience too.
Yeah.
You're putting your food together at the table. It tastes delicious. And one of the things I love about eating in Korea is it's a little messy, but it's also a very communal thing. When you're eating at most traditional restaurants or Korean barbecue, everything is laid out here for everyone in one dish. So everyone is going through and picking at the meat with different chopsticks, and it's not a problem. It's
or even with soups, everyone has a spoon.
Yeah,
and they're
they'll
all
bring
using
one
their
big
spoon
bowl of soup
into the soup, and it's crazy. In the States, you would never do that.
No, it'd just be so taboo.
So don't go
in Korea for a while, and then you go back to the States, and then you just start picking out of people's plates.
Yeah, don't do that.
They might not like that. But yeah, so made my wrap, and I'm gonna just start eating. So as you can see, guys, we have killed all of this except for two last pieces. Pebala, which means I'm full in Korean, since we're going Korean words today. And then if you're really, really full, you can also say I go, pebala, which means like, gosh, or oh man, like I'm full. So, yes, I go
So
pebala.
delicious, thank you.
I'm so full. Yeah, it was very, very delicious, and it was very cheap as well because all the sides we already had in the house. So all I had to do for extra was just the meat, and that was $10 for a pretty good amount of meat. But yeah, so that was a little bit of Korean barbecue. And just remember, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe so you get notifications for the new videos that we do, and hit that like button. See you guys.
Bye.